Give it a second.
Live from New York City.
Howdy, everybody! Hailing frequencies open. It's friggin' watch along. It's Trash Picture Theater. We're here tonight. I am joined by my good friend Deacon, my other good friend Trenchy, and always my good friend Mark. And we are going to be watching my other good friend Trenchy and that's weird. And we're going to be watching the science fiction classic, cult classic, First Spaceship on Venus. And yeah, I guess I'll start with Deacon. Have you seen this movie before? What's the facts? Have you seen it? What do you think?
Oh no! For this is going to be a virgin watch for me. I have never seen this movie before. I've heard about it. I've seen stills. I've seen little clips, but I've never actually watched the movie. So I'm really looking forward to this.
Oh, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's pretty cool. Trenchy, have you seen this one?
No, I have not. But the two guys on the front look like they're gonna be comedic relief, like the two guys in the thumbnail. So I'm excited.
All right. For the trailer or for the not the trailer in the YouTube. Wait, what version do you got?
I'm on YouTube. Yeah,
YouTube?
I'm on the YouTube one. Yeah.
For a second, I thought you were talking about my thumbnail. I'm like, Trenchy, that's me and Yoko Tani. Like, I'm like Yoko Tani. I mean, ain't nobody's gonna call her a dude. That's for damn sure. Mark, have you seen this movie at all?
I vaguely remember seeing bits and pieces of it, but I don't think I've ever sat down and watched the whole thing.
You're in for a treat. It's got some slowness to it, but it gives you something interesting to watch. Of course,
I like that cheeky smile. It's kind of like, oh yeah, something interesting to watch.
Oh yeah, it's First Spaceship on Venus. This movie is also known as the Silent Star and the Planet of Death and the Planet of the Dead. Those are the alternate titles for this film as it's released internationally.
Oh, I like the Planet of the Dead. That sounds interesting.
Yeah. Oh, it's an apt description, but not for the reasons you may think. Just hearing that. Oh, Trash just saying he'll pop in at some stage. That'd be cool, dude. Love to have you. I know you got other obligations tonight, but just pleased to see you in the chat at least.
You good, Marty?
Yeah, it's all good, dude.
This is a East German / Polish production. So they got together. They made this movie. This is during the height of communism. So, unfortunately, there's that aspect to it, which is not as cool. It's done by Kurt Metzig, who also did The Rabbit Is Me and Man Against Men. Those are both German films, so I wouldn't be surprised if nobody's seen them. And as I mentioned earlier, this stars Yoko Tani, who is in Savage Innocence, Kuroshi, Geisha, and the Tartar Invasion. They're not getting their fish sticks there for their sauce, guys.
Well, as long as it doesn't sound like Yoko Ono, I think we'll all be good. Yeah,
and this cast I gotta mention is somewhat international. Yoko herself, while of Japanese descent, is actually born and raised in France, so she's French. You also have Aldrich Lukes, who was in Action B, I Killed Einstein, and Lemonade Joe. And he is Austrian and Hungarian, which makes sense. You got East German film / Polish. You're going to have some Hungarians in there, Austrians, or a mix of both.
Sounds like he's going to be got like a quarterback.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? You've got Julius Ongui, and he plays Talua, and this was the only film he did. So I have literally no backstory. The only photos you can find of this guy are from this film. You go to his IMDb page or his Wikipedia, and it's just blank, blank, blank. So, unfortunately, that's all he did.
It's almost like he's a non-actor. He just did one thing and then disappeared.
Yeah, he didn't do too bad in this film, I gotta say. He didn't do too bad. We got Ignacy Makoski. He played Professor Duran. This is the Polish fella. He was in a movie called Night Train. He was also in Ashes and Diamonds. And
Night Train
also,
rings a bell. Night Train rings a bell.
Yeah, oh, it should. It should. It was a slightly bigger Polish film. Also in Night Train and in this movie, you've got Lucina Winata. She was in Mother Joan of the Angels and Night Train with Nancy. So that's kind of cool. She's Polish, which makes sense. German Polish film. Yeah, in this film you also got Rob Trenchy. Wow.
Oh no! The Catholic dry cleaner's got him again.
We got Hua Ta Tang. This was also his only film. You know, you look up his bio and stuff. Nothing but blank spaces. Too bad. He didn't do a bad job in this. He was Dr. Lao Su in this movie. I'm guessing he's Chinese. There's no bio information for this guy, so I have no way of knowing what he is. But I believe he's Chinese, originally from China, immigrated to Germany, as far as I can tell.
At the very least, we can class him as human.
Yeah. Oh, we got Trenchy back. Let me get him back in the thing.
Ooh. And we've got Filthy Dan in the chat saying, "Hey gang, just want to stop in and say hi. Have a great show, Ethel, Deacon, Trenchy, and Mark."
Hey Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Thanks, Dan. I hope you're having a good evening.
Yeah. If you wanna jump in later, dude, feel more than welcome. Just hit us up in the chat. I'll drop you a link or something. We'll get you in here. Plenty of room. I got 2 extra spaces. We also got in this movie Kurt Rackelman from The Flying Dutchman, Tatros, and The Thief of Baghdad. Guys, he was in all those movies. Sikanara, and he's German. He's a German fella. Another German fella, because he's German film. You got Gunther Simon, who was in Ernest Thalmann Führer, and Alphonse Zittermann. So those are his 2 movies. And you got Mikhail N. Postkonatskov. I'm not good with the Russian guys. This guy is Russian. He was Professor Olaf in this movie. Not to be confused with that snowman from that Disney movie.
I am Professor Olaf. Do not put me next to fire. I melt.
And he was in the movie Liberation, and he was also in the other movie Moya Subzna, which is another Russian film.
Yeah, some of those titles ring a bell because I think I've watched some of them, but I watched them with my German friends and they tried translating for me. It's like, yeah, that didn't go too well.
Yeah, I'd say out of everybody, I would expect maybe you, Deacon, to recognize some of these names a little bit more because of your geographic location. And it's just, hey, if you're in Europe, German and Polish films gonna be more. You're gonna run into them a little bit more than out here in the States. You know.
Oh yeah, and if you haven't seen The Flying Dutchman, I do recommend you go out and watch it. It's a nice interpretation. Just please look past the accents.
I'll watch it. I've only seen The Flying Dutchman on SpongeBob, so it'll be cool to see an actual movie.
Oh, I do recommend it, dude.
Yeah, and folks out there, there's nothing wrong with watching a foreign film. You know, sure you got to read subtitles, and that can be kind of a drag once in a while. But like, hey, you get to see some stuff that interesting lighting choices, interesting direction of the characters that you wouldn't really see in an American film. You know, so
yeah.
Break the formula.
And it's also got a bit of German expressionism thrown in as well. Not a lot, but enough to say it is from that part of the world. So
yeah, now in the US. Oh, sorry.
No. That's what I was saying. I recommend it.
Oh, okay. Trench, you were saying something?
Huh? Oh no, my bad. You go ahead.
Oh, okay. I saw your light flash, so I just wanted to make sure I didn't cut you off as well as Deacon. I do that.
It's your channel.
Yeah, but you gotta do. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what I do. Hey, So yeah, in the U.S., in this release that we're going to watch here, they replaced the score for certain scenes, like in the control room and stuff, with other stock music. Like you get In Outer Space, which is from a 1950 film, Destination Moon. That's the score you'll hear in the control room, which you might recognize that from seeing. And we also get a very familiar score in this movie. You get Metaluna Catastrophe from the 1955 science fiction classic, This Island Earth, which...
Oh, that would be good.
So keep your ears out because you're going to hear Metaluna Catastrophe. You'll recognize it, guys. Trust me. If you've seen that movie, you'll recognize it. They also cherry-picked from the Wolfman score for certain scenes, too. So you'll hear a little Wolfman music in this film.
That's always good.
So they quite literally sprinkled a few things in and said, "Here's some Easter eggs if you've got a good ear for it."
Yeah, they sort of American. It's a common thing to do when you distribute this. This was distributed by Crown, so obviously they're going to Americanize it just a wee bit. It took 3 writing teams.
Crown, I didn't know he was making movies.
Crown International, Mark. Crown International. I mentioned that this was made at sort of the peak of communism before it was starting to go down in East Germany and all that. And it actually took 3 writing teams and 12 screenplay drafts before the government found one of these that they would approve and say, okay, you can make this movie.
What?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, censoring, propaganda, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, you had to write this 12 times, and you needed 3 teams to do it just to get the government to say, hey, make it happen. Oh,
God, that would make my brain explode if I was in charge of that project.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they had to be pulling out their hair by, like, draft 11. It's like, oh, come on. Come on.
That's probably why no one else did anything else after this movie. It's because they're all in insane asylums for stress.
Oh, I'd say. This has the distinction of being the first East German Polish co-production to ever be shot in total vision widescreen. So that's kind of cool. For that, nothing. They just use standard. So that's nice. Originally, they intended to partner with a French company for the script writing and the financing of this, but the communist government officials did disapprove of such a partnership with a more Western company. So they ended up having to do it all themselves.
Yeah, it's the problem when communism were doing projects and movies. They couldn't do anything with capitalist countries. They had to rinse their hands of them and say, "Sorry, we can't work with you because you go against every single ideal our government has."
Yeah, and like it's too bad, but I'd like to say that even though they couldn't work with a slightly more open company, they didn't suffer too much because the production values are still pretty high on this film for its day. Um, this was not a cheap film despite its troubles. This is also fun to note. This is based off a novel by Stanislaw Lem. It's the novel is called The Astronauts, and Stanislaw Lem is a Polish writer who had to insert pro-communist elements into his novel just to get it published. And funny enough, it's due to those pro-communism elements that the government actually greenlit this film to say that you could go into production with it.
Oh, it's like a conspiracy of communism to try and make the movie as propagandaish as possible. Even the novel was forced to.
That's the thing, Deacon, is, they're all about controlling the hearts and minds of people. And the best way to do that is through pop culture and manipulating the pop culture. So,
what's it called? Predictive programming or whatever? Predictive programming? Yeah.
Yeah, it's another version of their script there.
I learned about that from John.
Yeah.
Oh.
I tried to get him in on this one because I think this one he would have had something to say about that, but that's all right. He was watching for a bit. He might still be there. It's pretty cool. The German version of this film has one of the professors saying that he had his career stalled when the Nazis threw him out of the university. And funny enough, in real life, the director and co-writer Kurt Mietzig had his career stalled by the Nazis because his mother was Jewish. So, yeah, he put that in there as a direct reference to what he went through because of Nazis.
Nice. He put a nice little social commentary jab in there.
Yeah, and I'm surprised it made it through even in the East German version, but hey, it did. So that's kind of cool. This film would eventually be distributed by Crown International, as I've mentioned, and it was prepackaged as a double feature with a Japanese movie called Baron the Unbelievable, and this prepackaged double feature would become Crown's most successful double feature ever, and it was shown in many theaters and drive-ins. So, like, the combination of space and rubber monster suit, match made in heaven, guys. Match made in heaven.
I can kind of agree with that. But it definitely sounds like this movie is a testament to how you can prevail as long as you're determined, because it could have failed at any moment, but they still managed to make it, produce it, get it out there, and there's still an audience for it.
Yeah, and they tried, and they tried to do what they could to change this movie into just another propaganda film. And yeah, it has a little bit of those elements to it, but it still stands by the ideas in the novel about the space travel, and well, you'll see.
Looking forward to it.
Also fun to note, there's a short clip from this film that was used for the film within the film in the movie Galaxina. So if you've seen Galaxina, you've seen a small, tiny bit of this movie in there. So that's kind of fun. Yeah. And due to its public domain nature, this movie has been featured on movie hosting programs and parody programs such as Mystery Science Theater 3000 and Cinema Insomnia, which is hosted by a quasi-pal of mine, Mr. Lobo. Which, if you haven't seen his stuff, check it out because he's a funny dude.
And now, after it's been on Mystery Science Theater 3000, it's now going to appear on Trashed Picture Theater, created by Ethel Cross.
Yeah, it'll be kind of neat. It'll be cool. I look forward to putting this in there. Even though it's public domain, I still hope the copyright gods don't strike me down. You know, they're vengeful.
We have an art in the chat giving us a thumbs up, cool thumbs up, peace sign.
Hey, Art.
They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom.
Are we having an art attack?
So we've got this version here. This version we're going to watch is the U.S. version, and it wasn't until 2004, guys, until we would finally get an uncut version of this film released, and it was released by the DEFA Film Library University of Massachusetts in Amherst. That's a long ass name.
Yeah, that's a tongue twister if I've ever heard one. Trying to say that 5 times fast, like nope.
That's basically the tail of the tape for this film, guys. It did well. It did well, and you'll see why. It's a very, very colorful film, full of interesting effects.
Yeah, and it definitely sounds like it was a struggle to make, so it's definitely an achievement that it exists in the first place.
Oh yeah, you could tell that Maitzig really put his heart and soul into making this thing here. He wanted this to happen. He was quite taken with the book, which is one of the reasons he chose this. The other reason, obviously, was so the government would let it make a space movie. Gotta have them pro-commie elements in your government pick, guys. You have to.
So yeah, the director isn't pro-communism per se. He just wanted to fulfill his dream of making this movie, and he did what he had to do to make it happen.
Yeah.
The ultimate example of studio interference.
Yeah, and well, you heard his career was stalled by the Nazis because of his Jewish mother. You know, so he's half Jewish, and you know that caused some trouble for him. So that sucks. But hey, that's what it's like in them friggin' commie countries, guys. What can you do?
Oh, and we have a John Steele in the chat giving us a fist bump.
Hey,
Yeah.
John. Hey, Collector Man.
Oh, we got Collector Man as well. Hello, all. This film seems interesting. First time watching for me. Oh, I think you'll like it, dude. It's a cult classic for science fiction. Very, very interesting. And a tough road to making it. Sorry, Mark.
We're going to say something, Mark.
Oh no, I was just saying, hey, the Collector Man.
Oh, okay.
Nope. Hey everybody, welcome to the show. I hope you enjoy the movie and away we go. Ho.
And with that, do you guys have your copies synced up, ready to go?
All set.
Yep.
Ready and steady. All I need is a go.
All right, cool. I'm going to put my little jelly squid earbuds in, and I'll give us a countdown. See here. All right. Hold on. All right, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start.
Crown International Pictures.
Boy, it's going to be present.
A Centrala production in total vision and technicolor.
Oh, and for anybody watching, I neglected to put the links in the description of the film, which I'm kind of regretting right now. But it's very easy to find it on YouTube. There's a total of three versions. So if you just type in first spaceship to Venus, it'll come up. It's also
Okay.
available on archive.com or .org, and I believe on public domain moviefacts.com. So.
And if it helps, I'm going to be posting the link to my Twitter, as well as a link to this video.
Oh, perfect.
This is the fucking shit.
The Goofy Desert.
That opening was badass as fuck. That opening was stupid.
With the Starfield and the friggin' first spaceship. And then
Yeah,
they got
man.
this rotisserie booger here. I don't know what that is. It's a spool, apparently. Don't ask me. It's got one
There we
of those
go.
curved chalkboards. Oh,
There we go. Pimp
supposedly
tweeted.
it's like those televisions.
Yeah, me too, Collector, man. I'm watching it on the YouTube as well.
Same as it's the link I share because it's easier for everyone.
Is it the high definition or the other?
It's the fuzzy one, unfortunately.
I don't know.
Def-
Oh, oops. I pressed the wrong one then.
That's okay. It's not too bad if it's a little fuzzy. That's the version I've got. It's a little fuzzy version. I didn't see the high definition last night.
Well, it says high def on it.
Look, he's
It
wearing
also says
Benny's suit from
2021.
Vegas. Oh. Did he steal his hat? The good humor man? Bicycle.
He's just a little brought down because when someone knocked, he thought they were the Candy Man.
Are you
This guy
sure?
in the little hat looks evil.
He's taking it very seriously.
See, I'm quite surprised he hasn't banged his head on one of those planets.
Mhm.
And you turn around and he's going to get a moon right in the eye. Damn.
So what happened to him? He got maced by Mars to the head.
He got mooned.
He got mooned! Oh no.
That's the weirdest test pattern ever.
What happened to him? He was caught spying on Uranus.
Oh my god, is that hat meant to be taken seriously? Because it looks like it's something you'd wear at a kind of like fast food joint.
That's the point Ethel was making. That it looks like he got it from the Good Humor ice cream guy.
Yeah.
Maybe he works in a deli. Well, they do have that rotisserie machine acting, so he could work in a deli.
Yeah.
This is like a Russian movie from the 60s, right?
It's East German / Polish. It's a co-production.
Oh, it's like 60s, right?
Yeah, it's 1960 / 1962 because it was released in the U.S. in '62, but it was filmed in the 1960s.
I mean, this movie looks like inclusive as fuck. Like naturally inclusive. You have Indians, you have African Americans, you have Chinese people. Like this looks more like inclusive of people than shit being made today sometimes that are like trying to be inclusive. And it's a
Yeah,
German movie from the 60s.
now this takes place in the year 1985, so the future back in the '60s, not quite nowadays, but we never did irrigate that goofy desert. Get around to it eventually.
Future's made of virtual insanity.
But no, you're right, Trench. It is a very diverse cast.
Yeah, like fuck it. This is how you do it, right? It's not shoving you down your throat. It's just naturally there. It's just natural. Like we need people.
Yeah.
Let's just hire these people.
Well, it makes sense because they're getting the top people from around the world.
Yeah.
Oh, they look like they're on the Dairy Queen planet.
Welcome to Dairy Queen.
That's not how you use a stethoscope.
No one was rocking pompadours like this in '85. Fucking drunk.
I wonder how many people were decapitated by that spinning antenna. Hazardous.
Too many people.
I mean, you're not even going to put a flag right in or
See, this movie is full of potential concussions. Lawsuits waiting to happen. Oh wait, it's made in communism. No, there are no lawsuits.
Oh, watch out, duck!
This is a public service announcement. If you participated in this film, you could possibly get a grade 3 concussion.
And we got Ben Grimm in the chat going, me Googling pompadours.
What timestamp?
It's
8:58. 8:58.
I mean, 10:21.
Oh, I'm at 9:04 now. They got Paul Schaefer from the Tonight Show band standing there.
I'm at 9:17.
I can't find my remote, so I don't know what time I'm at.
Yeah, Deacon's close to where I am. I'm at 9:23 now.
9:31. Yeah, we're just a couple of seconds apart.
He just gave it the drop and roll sign.
Oh my god, that hair. And I'm talking about both, the woman in the front and the woman in the background.
Yeah, Collector Man, that rocket is pretty pimp looking, isn't it? Very pointy.
It's not a rocket, it's a dart.
They won't be making a toy out of that anytime soon. How many kids will lose their eye on that? Damn.
Quick, mass produce them.
I can't get over how much the guy looks like Paul Schaefer with those glasses and bald head.
I know.
All you need is David Letterman harassing him.
I like the fact that they've got a kind of like little spaceship in the back. It looks like a little flying saucer, but with two curly handles coming off of it.
It's the crawler copter.
The crawler copter.
Oh,
Oh,
here's
it's
a
a robot. Oh, it's got a face.
Look at him! Oh, he's so cute!
Oh,
I
the
know.
robot!
It's got a face. I like it. It's got a big nose, two little eyes, a huge mouth full of pointy teeth that are light. It's cool.
Apparently, the weather report is Fomiba. 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 I don't know what that means. Friggin' Omega's gonna be the real star of this movie, guys. I just have a feeling.
Yeah, but he'll never be another Robot John.
No, he doesn't do anything as epic as grab somebody's nuts and crush them.
Nah, he just looks like a useless scutter.
He looks like the cleaning droid from Star Wars.
He does say Fomiba. Fomiba, though. He does say that.
Fomiba. Yeah, that guy looks like a quarterback.
Oh, he forgot his lunch.
He forgot his lunch, an entire cow.
He's got the biggest submarine sandwich in there.
It's so big, unfortunately, some people have tried taking it out to sea.
He just got shot down, guys. How bad was that?
Down in a blaze of glory.
Oh, John Stills brought up a note going, the dubbing is a bit off. Yeah, it's a tiny bit off. English and
Yeah.
German weren't designed to go together.
I'm not really catching the dialogue too much. I am, but this is just a nice movie to look at. There's a lot of cool visuals and bright colors and shit.
Yeah, and where we currently are in the lab, it makes me think of Alien, where they all lined up when they wake up for the first time.
Yeah.
Just what? Yeah.
She's x-raying his crotch.
You're not going to have any more kids, good sir, but we can have sex all the time.
It's in case he didn't take her hint that she's not interested earlier.
It's a good thing his name's not Duke, otherwise she'll be sitting there going, I'm going to Duke, I'm going to nuke him.
No, Freakman, shut up. That's what he said. That's what she's telling him. Freakman, nobody wants you, man. Always hitting on that. You can't take a hint, guys.
And she walks away and leaves it on him. It's kind of like, yeah, she really wants him to cook.
It's like, I'm going to sterilize you, but good. Well, that was convenient, huh?
Oh, no, now it's her turn.
Well, crotch x-rays for everyone, I guess.
They're like, we need to hide those boobies real quick.
Oh, yeah.
That's not the communism way.
Get naked.
Well, it's not the modern German way.
Frankie, you really wanted to take a peek at Yoko's chest region, didn't you? Want to make sure she's breathing okay.
I mean, I respect that they didn't show it, but I mean, if they showed it, I wouldn't have been upset.
Basically, you're not upset that they didn't show them. You're just a tiny bit disappointed.
I guess
Right.
so. Like, I understand though. It's a movie from the '60s. That's not what they did back then.
Yeah, movie from the '60s from a
This
communist
is the
country.
States doing that.
Yeah, and it's seeing as it's from a communist country as well, they are quite lucky they got away with bareback.
Yeah,
I wonder what
exactly.
they're trying to spell out with them shirts.
They're all wearing girdles.
Well, at least the astronauts have their teddy bear costumes.
I know. Is it just me,
Gives a
or
whole new-
if you?
That gives a whole new meaning to the term heavy petting, doesn't it?
Yeah, but is it just me, or if you put hair on some of the bits of the suits, getting furry gloves, they would look like Ewoks, just running around going.
Be hilarious.
Fucking Ewok army, man.
Ewok in space. Oh, hell no. There.
You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel.
Totally, Mark. That's exactly what they got the friggin' Bloodhound Gang
Look at the
costume.
Bloodhound Gang costumes.
Oh, John
like how
Steele
the
has just said. Ooh, after you, Ethel.
Oh. Elon watched this for his Falcon. Yeah.
I mean, it looks dope. I mean, this looks better than some modern sci-fi movies. Like, it looks good as shit.
Oh, he had too much turkey for Thanksgiving.
But
Who said?
but how can you have gravity if you're in free fall?
They don't. See, look.
Oh no!
He's got his girdle, guys. You got to keep it sucked in.
Look at the teddy bear flying through the air on the flying trapeze.
Yeah, we got a bear in the air. 10-4 brick breaker.
Oh my God, convoy!
He's
That's
like,
an awesome
God,
movie.
I gotta get up, man. I got to fart something bad.
Like, looking around on the ceiling is all well and good until Willy Wonka busts you and you get in trouble.
Yeah, you got to make sure you watch out for the ceiling fan as well. Otherwise, that'll be a mess for the other astronauts.
It would have been awful if he shit himself and while he was doing that. Like, that would have been.
Oh,
We're watching a 60s version, Trenchy, not a 2020 version.
I know. That's my version.
Collector, we're at 1840 or 1853 right now. We got the moon on the big screen there.
We're currently being mooned.
Don't look, Ethel.
Run away!
Hey,
It's butt
you got a free
cleavage!
shot. Yes, they call on the street.
Did someone say butt cleavage? What does that mean?
What,
I haven't
butt
seen a
cleavage?
moon that pot. I haven't seen a moon that pot, Mark, since high school.
Well, to answer your question, Trenchy, you know when people bend over and they've got that bit of the butt sticking above, so you see just the top of the crack?
Oh, so it's like, it kind of looks like boobs, so you call it cleavage. That makes sense.
Yeah, so a butt cleavage.
That's fair enough.
I know, I'm very easy to entertain when it comes to some jokes. Butt cleavage!
Hey, the moon is made of green cheese and Nazi bases on the dark side. That's what John says.
And they're also
Could be.
hunting for clangers. And maybe the soup dragon.
I wear my sunglasses at night.
I wear my sunglasses at night so I can keep track of visions in my mind.
I like how their gravity is determined by a darkroom clock. Always makes sense, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like they didn't understand that for anti-gravity to work, they need to either have a high intense electromagnetic source in the center of the ship, or they need to have a rotating ship.
Yeah, it has to be spinning used centrifugal force for gravity.
Yeah,
Like in the Mysterious.
it's like being in a centrifuge.
He's like, yep, still bald.
Oh, the guy in the gray and the guy in the light blue, I think were the two guys on the thumbnail of this video I'm watching. So that's what I was talking about. Not
Ah.
Ethel
Wow.
and the Asian chick.
No, I can see why you thought the comic relief.
Yeah, but they were in spacesuits, but they just had these like looks on their face that looked very wacky.
But
Oh,
I'd be very suspicious of. Oh, sorry, Ethel.
I was just saying that's coming up. The wacky looks in the spacesuits is coming up.
Oh yeah.
Waka waka waka.
But I'd be one of those people that'd be a bit suspicious if someone handed me from a closed area a bottle of brown liquid and said drink.
Guys,
Yeah,
he's
that
putting
is.
his little cup on the catwalk.
Yeah, it's like we're in space. How did you make chocolate milk?
Yeah, if you taking anything from a strange bottle didn't quite work out for the crew of the Leviathan.
Oh God, Collector Man, don't get that song in my head. I'll walk 1,000 miles and I'll walk 1,000 more to be
And
the
I
kind
was
of
walk 5,000 miles.
to be the guy who wound up outside your door. Oh, I like the Omega sign on that bot.
That's his name. His name's Omega. Even though they don't
Ah.
pronounce it correctly in this movie. They pronounce
They go,
it more like Omega.
oh. See, with a name like Omega, you think he's going to play a very pivotal point at some part because the Omega is the last letter of the Greek alphabet.
Well, hey, he's whooping this guy's ass at chess. That's pretty pivotal.
Oh, true.
Like, all right, he's literally two salad bowls glued to each other.
But I do like how they had to put all of them in different coloured suits. It's kind of like, well, if you can't tell the difference by the people, you can tell the difference by the outfits.
Like, Yoko's got that collar pop. She's ready for clubbing.
Oh, yeah.
Pop the collar, guys. Got to pop the collar.
The ship's gravity has gone insane. We're in free fall. We're spinning. Help, help, help.
Oh shit! Shit has hit the fan.
John, if
bizarre-
the bald guy did that, he'd no longer look like Paul Schaefer. That's what he's going for.
They're getting hit by popcorn. Holy shit!
Holy
I guess
crap,
they-
it's the attack of the kill popcorn.
See, this scene is really popping.
Yeah, man. You can't tell me that's not popcorn being thrown at that little glass right there.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
They entered the Jiffy Pop Nebula.
See, I think I know why they've got them all in semi-different colours. Because, as you said, they went through so many rewrites to try and make this that they probably didn't include different ethnicities. So they thought it was all going to be white guys.
Oh,
So they
he
needed
got a
coloured
boo-boo.
closely to. Oh, he's got a bad boo-boo.
Put the giant fucking
As
band-aid.
long as he doesn't have honey boo boo, he's fine.
No one wants honey boo-boo.
Biggest bandage she could find, I swear. It's huge.
It's gonna. I know you only hurt the side of your head, but how about we cover your eye as well?
Dippity-doo, inverted.
Once again, understanding of the laws of space is a little bit lacking here. Still good, but if you just cut the engines off in space, you're still going to be going straight at the same
Deacon,
speed.
are you insinuating that this movie isn't scientifically accurate?
Not only am I insinuating, I'm downright saying.
At least you got a cool sketch of capacitor on the wall.
True. I'm enjoying it for what it is. It's kind of like, yeah, I can see where they were getting the ideas from, because back then they didn't understand what space travel would entail because no one had actually gone there yet.
John saw it too. That was totally a flux capacitor, wasn't it, John?
Oh yeah, just entailed in the wall. It's kind of like, are they going to be going back in time?
Oh, guys, like check this out. This proves my point. See, they are in a dark room. He's going to develop the film right now. Yep.
As long as you're not in the white room with dark curtains, you turn out all right.
Now that sound might be confusing, guys, but his spacesuit actually doubles as a percolator.
The bizarre thing is, from a distance, when you're looking at it, it looks like a spider slowly coming on. How can you tell the motors are working? It sounds like someone's taking a dab.
I like the effort, but they could have shook the chairs a little bit more. The show movement, but it's cool.
This isn't the USS Enterprise. They don't have that kind of funding.
Yeah, see, I know it's a closed ship set type build, but the least that they could have done is put it between two rotating units so they could actually spin it around, so the people are clumsily falling over all over the place unintentionally.
Hey, John says, "What's Dr. Fauci doing just sitting there?" Good point. Good point. What the fuck is he doing?
Wait, what?
I want you to drink my brown liquid, doctor.
They're trying to give the robot a heart so it could stop beating a dude at chest.
Yeah.
They're trying to teach it sympathy.
That's kind of terrifying.
Yeah. Because you have the flip side.
I feel like that's something we would do, though, in real life. Like, some guy would give a robot, like, a soul and shit, just to have it stop beating a dude at chest and, fucking start the robot apocalypse and shit.
Well, you do realize that is the biggest thing standing in front of AI at the moment, Trenchy. teaching it how to have emotions, empathy, and to see humans as individuals and not as numbers or materials.
I mean, that's a good thing, but that's also a bad thing because then the robot will start seeing itself as an individual and be like, why am I inferior to these people? And that's how Terminator happened.
Yeah, and that's the AI paradox, and that's what people are afraid of. You need to have a failsafe in order to disengage it if it becomes a threat. But once it
I've
has
seen that
self-awareness,
robot.
it can get rid of that safety net, so there is no way of turning it off.
We had to cripple the robot, but we finally beat it at chess.
Now let's just hope that robot doesn't cripple the ship. Hel- Hello, Egon, sitting at the control panel.
I was just telling me earlier, those little bottles of liquid, she's just like, Professor, you've hardly touched your printer toner.
It's just, if anyone handed me a mysterious liquid that was brown, sludgy, and slightly lumpy, and we were on a spaceship, I wouldn't think it was chocolate, and I wouldn't think it was ink, and I would not drink it.
That's for sure.
I would decline.
John, not everybody can pull off dickies.
We will initially subject the planet to very intense bombardment and radiation. Conquest and occupation of the Earth then present to a different. The ionization intensity is fallen by 1/2. Final extermination is from the start. This can only mean attack. Yes.
It's an invasion!
Venus. Cosmic document was not intended for us. Cold-blooded blueprint of destruction.
You must inform the Earth. I'll try and make contact.
Right. No, I didn't try.
The Earth is good to know what we know.
Earth is in danger. We must warn. No. Our planet was in peril before they discovered the school and nothing. That's not. We haven't any idea how to do it.
The Earth knew of the terrible danger threatening unrest on this area. Spread like clouds.
See, I want to know what kind of hair gel these guys are using to keep their hair up.
It's Brill cream.
I'm convinced
It's
you're right.
ultra firm.
The only reason I ask is because I've got long hair and I would like to do it in a mohawk for a cosplay, but I do not want to put PVA glue into it.
Well, wait, you just do your hair like this guy here? Look at that. Look at that part, Deacon. That's a part like you comes to you with his hair like that. You know he's not afraid of anything.
Oh, I used to have a parting like that, so I had all my long hair on one side. It was weird. I got called emo.
Try to contact the Earth. Too much.
It's like the meeting in any space horror movie where they're all in a room going, "Okay, what do we do now that we're trapped in space?"
No.
We shag like
Deacon,
rabbits.
John's saying Gorilla Joe or something.
Gorilla glue?
Yeah, that's a bad idea. You
Yeah.
have to play the Gorilla Glue woman.
Yeah, I saw what happened to her, and no, it's taken me 4 years to get my hair this long.
Oh, it was a joke. My bad.
It's all right, dude.
No, actually, what John is talking about, I've actually seen it. It comes in a big fucking jar about the size of the palm of my hand, and it's got this big fucking Donkey Kong looking gorilla on it.
Might have to look then, because the character I want to do for cosplay has a 4-foot long has a 3-foot long mohawk.
We are still trying to establish
No, John, I know what you're talking about. It's a yeah. I was just making a joke.
Gorilla snots. See, I'm very tempted to buy that now and try it out, just so people can turn around and say, "What are you using?" Gorilla snot.
We can only no point
But yeah, I can get that at the local dollar store.
I'll have to
They sell it.
try and find a landing. We'll say an
Yeah, let's have a look.
Top there. That's where they keep all their donuts.
Oh my god, the squares on their bellies make them look like Teletubbies.
And now let's go.
You got that right, John. I'm Mexican and he's Puerto Rican. I'm Mexican and he's Puerto Rican. The rest of y'all ain't gonna know.
And by. And now by attention.
Preparing to land. Preparing to land.
I think the biggest problem is they've got that giant pop-o-matic bubble on their dashboard and they never use it.
I know. What is it for?
It's you gotta press the bubble down and it rolls the dice. It's a pop.
Ah, this is to see if they get on the ship, get off the ship, or to see who goes first. Pardon me.
Wait,
You gotta see
is the
spaces you got going.
Oh my god, they made that thing on his chest out of foam, didn't they? And just spray painted it silver.
Wait, are you saying that's not real metal?
It might be real metal in an alternate universe.
See, that's totally a pop-o-matic bubble. It's got the dice inside and everything.
Yeah, I've only in the UK we don't really have many games that have that on them, so it took me a second to realise what you were going on about. It's like, yeah, those automatic dice things where you press it down, it pops.
Yeah.
poor man.
It's a pop-o-matic, man.
He can see land. He can see land. Let's just hope you don't crash land.
Deplane. Oh wait, we are deplaned.
Maybe you should buy a space helmet. It'd be kind of a bad idea. You don't have your helmet on. Spy.
Oh, yeah.
Kate.
I know you want to see what the air tastes like, but don't take your helmet off. Is it just me, or does it look like he's walking through Joker gas?
John, they keep their lollipops in that pocket. That's what that guy is always holding. I don't know why he talks to it, but that's what he's always holding.
It's why the
Lollipop.
astronauts are called suckers.
He got his helmet on pretty quick.
I think maybe we should ask them how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop.
I like the practical, kind of like the paintings they've got, and then they just smoke graphically going across. It's like, okay, you're really trying your best to make this look like an alien planet.
Look at him go! Look at him go! Those little tank treads. Look at him go. Robot's adorable.
It's kind of weird seeing them all in their outfits, and then you just see her turn around, and it's like, oh, there's an attractive woman underneath all of that lumpy, unattractive stuff.
They call her Fluffy Bunny Feet.
John Steele, yes, it does. But back then, they weren't aware of that.
Yes, more popcorn.
Yeah, if
This
this was
movie-
actually Venus, they would all be dead, just leaving, just touching down and leaving the spaceship. They would all be dead.
Yeah, it's like when people say, "Oh, it's a movie where they go to Jupiter," but Jupiter's a gas giant. There's no solid land. You'll be crushed.
Also, speaking of which, Deacon, despite its comparative size to Earth, Venus is more dense than Earth because it's made of slightly different materials and minerals. So you actually weigh more on Venus than you do on Earth. So, they'd not be doing very well. Plus, you've got the weight of the atmosphere, because their atmosphere is more dense. So it's like being underwater on top of the heavier gravity.
Yeah, due to pressure, it's 98 times that of our normal pressure. So it'd be a bit like trying to walk through the bottom of a swimming pool if the swimming pool was 30 foot deep. They're looking for land. See. Oh no, he fell down a hole.
Oh, you're ahead of me, Deacon. Wow, one thing for sure, they have some pretty good cows. Look at the size of that cow flock. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, look at those bugs.
Those
They're
are
metallic.
cool.
You're a trampoline now.
Dude, you just discovered an alien life form that's metallic. I wouldn't pick that up with my bare hands because it might eat through my suit.
Still jumping on you. Haha.
Why is he putting them in a bag like they're fucking light bugs or whatever?
Collecting life for sample.
Come back here, trampoline. Come back here.
Come back here. We're having fun jumping on your head.
Come back, Shane.
Baby, come back.
It'll be all right. They're gonna rescue him. He'll be fine.
Oh no, he got blown down the hole.
See, they're touching down. Oh no! Jesus Christ! They lit off their fire extinguishers at him. Damn.
Poor guy. He definitely got a backblast.
You'll never escape us.
Fucking cover.
Those things are hopping mad.
You fly all that, you 23.5 million miles, and like that's what you got to deal with: cow flop and friggin' tiny robots.
And is it just me, or is the cow plop lighting it up?
Oh, I don't know about lighting it up, but it's definitely glistening. Fresh cow flop. Oh, somebody's gonna save the day. Look at him.
Oh, I agree, John, because John says Mars would have made more sense than Venus for them to go to. But back then, we knew a bit about Mars, but we didn't know anything about Venus, so they had more creative liberty.
This is like the third we've watched, guys, that has Venus in it, or has reference to Venus. Do you notice that?
Yeah, it's because back then there wasn't much known beyond Mars, so they could literally have any creative liberty they wanted with the planet. Whereas the Mars and the Moon, we had pictures, we've seen it, we had some ideas of what it would be like, But Venus, complete mystery.
Small air tanks. They don't have much oxygen for their trip.
I know, unless they've invented hypercompression.
Hypercompression. Maybe if they eat chili in those bottles.
Something very strange here. White sphere that looks like an immense golf ball.
They're going towards the giant thing that looks like a fish egg covered in glass.
Yeah, Collector Man. It is a pretty trippy set. I like the unconventional trees and the giant cow flop. All right, maybe the giant cow flop, but the rest of it looks pretty cool. And now they found the Epcot Center. Geez, Disney World is everywhere now. First Europe, then me. Ah.
Disney, will you stop buying everything? You can't own planets.
All the figures I can get.
Well, it's still busier than Disneyland Europe. I'll tell you that.
I haven't been to Disneyland Europe, and I have no plans to.
That's the problem. That's the joke. Maybe it's not a Pop-O-Matic. Maybe it's a terrarium for their Tribble collection. It's kind of fuzzy.
The trouble with tribbles.
Mhm.
The trouble with triples.
See, so Spaceship and Lighthouse. That ship is dual purpose.
I just find it strange how some of them are trying to have the dialogue, but it looks like some of them are completely clueless about what the other person's saying, and they're just like, okay. Oh my god, the first dubstep track.
They got some strange test patterns on Venus. Maybe they're just trying to watch an episode of Outer Limits.
Oh, maybe they were listening to MC Vicious Venus.
The Scarecrow did ball.
This planet.
Or maybe they're talking to Sailor Venus.
Oh, cool. Talking shit about my machine, boy.
Well, at least they gave a line in there saying about how working in the spacesuits and outside compared to inside, they're a lot more heavy.
No doubt.
John says he's going to go and wash his hair.
It's recommended to watch your hair when you watch this movie.
If I was to wash my hair, it would take me 30 minutes, so no, I like watching the movie.
Traces. Belong.
He can slide in on the joke. That's okay, though. You get it.
Oh no, I get it.
But look at that lighthouse. Not futuristic. I don't know. Sunsmoke might have a problem with that. Coastline and all. Maybe they're in the land of the giants and the giant golf ball. That could be it.
That'll be interesting.
Any second now, they're going to get back with a 9-iron.
Now has done.
And they just hear a rumbling sound, and once they compress it and make it normal, it goes 4.
Millions of miles.
And it was built by the house.
Oh,
French, what do you think of that ladder?
it's a cool letter.
You need one of them in your place. Instead of going up the stairs, you just get that to go upstairs.
Oh, I can't climb ladders. Bad things happen.
Oh, jeez.
Do we want to know?
Probably
Yeah.
not.
What's stationary, Trench? What's the worst that can happen?
Things could happen.
Oh boy.
Did you accidentally knock someone else's window out with a ladder?
No. I got stuck at the fair once climbing a ladder, and a little kid kept punching me in the butt.
Well, you did the smart thing. You climbed a ladder to get away from the kid instead of punching the kid back.
Well, no, the thing, he was behind me, and it was like a little thing. You climb up ladders, and you go through like mazes, and you go down a slide and shit. But I got stuck halfway on the ladder, and I couldn't climb the rest of it, and this kid kept punching me in the butt, and then adults had to come and rescue me.
Oh, God.
He mixed in bag tags at one point, Trench. God damn.
So it's more like it's not ladders, but micro gyms are not your... or micro play areas.
Just ladders in general. Because another time, a ladder fell on me. So.
Oh, and we got Collector Man saying, this movie is very visually interesting. Glad you brought it to my attention, Ethel.
It's nice to look at for sure.
Yeah,
is
it's pretty.
Nice to look at.
You can definitely tell that there's a bit of twisted expressionism in there because all of it's non-uniform shapes. Or non-Newtonian geometry. Oh yeah, I agree still. Prometheus vibes coming through here. I get the feeling this movie also helped inspire the feel of Aliens.
Oh, for sure.
See, I'm perfectly fine with step ladders and rung ladders that open up, but rung ladders that you have to lean against stuff, yeah, no, those are a no-go for me.
Oh, see, it is the Dairy Queen planet.
Oh, you're back, Ethel. You had Collector Man thanking you for bringing this movie to his attention because he's really enjoying it.
Oh, I'm glad you did, dude. It's a fun little cult movie. Yeah, sorry I walked away for a second. I had to take care of something in the other room.
No, it's fine. Oh, that little robot's got a little spaceship on his back. Oh. Okay, it's a big robot with a rocket on its back.
I mean, Ben, if I did it recently, it will happen again. So you're not wrong.
Yeah, wait till you stumble upon the hippos trying to do ballet, John. It's crazy.
It's kind of weird seeing the astronauts and their equipment walking through this landscape, because this landscape is pretty much using non-Newtonian geometry, odd angles and uneven surfaces to create a spooky atmosphere, whereas they're using ordered and geometric shapes.
I like how the robot tags along with them and helps them. I don't know how he helps them, but he helps them.
Fuck bubbles! Fucking bubbles!
Forever blowing bubbles.
Turns out the aliens are just really big fans of Lawrence Welk.
Turns out the aliens are Oompa Loompas.
Yeah,
Oh, look, they're coming
they're
from
like
time.
Wonka.
Modern art. I wonder what that is.
What could it be? What could it be?
Oh, I'll have to see that, Ben. That sounds cool.
See, that makes me think of a life form because it's got tentacles.
Oh no, more gravy.
What is that stuff made of? A stone that he accidentally kicked bounced with enough force to cause an avalanche.
Oh, you're up a little bit ahead of us. There we go. He's knocked it down. Oh, it threw it back.
Yeah, I think I'm only a couple of seconds ahead of you.
Yeah,
I think I'm a little bit ahead as well.
Oh my god. It's the sludge from Creeps too.
It's their septic tank is backing up. See, this is why you use drinks, folks.
See, this is why you should always drink your brown liquid. Otherwise it overflows. Oh, I like the red stripes and the black goo. It gives it that I'm a dangerous serpent or creature vibe.
Oh no! They're blocked into the septic waste. No! Oh my god! Oh, the humanity! See, there's such a thing as too much fiber, guys.
And now we see the creation of the bog of eternal stench.
She's never gonna get that stink out.
She's going to have to throw that suit away.
Yeah, that's for sure.
She's gonna have to wash that man right out of her hair.
Oh, it's coming out the windows. See, like now they're just covered in poop. Like, this is a terrible scenario. Running for your life, you're covered in excrement. What can you do? What do you do, folks? What do you do?
I love how the robots like fuck that shit. I'm out. Like they gave it a heart, but it don't give a shit about these people. It's leaving them in the dust.
Well, they gave it minor sentience, which means it's able to sit there and go, right, if I help you, I die. I'm leaving you. Bye.
Oh, now
This is
it's
why
stranded. Oh, it's a shoulder dude. Ew.
Oh my god, they just reversed the film.
that was a dope ass visual though. That was dope as fuck.
That's the power of their ray gun. To reverse that film right away.
Yeah, those things in the background waving around, they look like tentacles. I'm expecting a large life form. Oh my god, they got balls in space.
They got gas masks hanging from the ceiling.
Wait, Ben, you're saying John Saxon and Dennis Hopper in space? I'm fucking in. That sounds
Oh,
dope.
damn. That's a good point, John. But it's different when it's not, when it's coming out the other end, man.
So the aliens are trying to come up with the perfect radiation type wavelength and beam to nuke planet Earth.
32.5 million miles away, and you've got to deal with a septic backup. I mean, that's the worst luck, guys. This is that lollipop again. Maybe that's electric toothbrush.
Maybe it's the cyanide pill.
You know what it is? They're collecting blow pops for Telly Savalas on his set of Kojak.
This would be a very different movie if Telly Savalas was in it. He'd just show up at the third act, and he'd start throwing his weight around. That'd be great.
And John Silver's just gone, zipper pockets for everyone. You get a zipper pocket. You get a zipper pocket. Zipper pockets for everyone.
He was sleeping in like a little corner in the bottom of the ship the whole time. And he wakes up and he's like, "You're doing everything fucking wrong."
Guys, look at his glasses. Look at it on the side. It says it's from the Gloria Vanderbilt collection.
Oh, yeah, they wearing them designer glasses way back then.
Oh, the George Costanza.
See, now I've got a song in my head. Thunder and lightning, very, very frightening.
Mm-hmm. Galileo Figaro.
Figaro.
I'm just a poor boy from a poor family.
He's just a poor boy, no one from a poor family.
Yes, John. Telly Savalas would have punched the sulfuric goo, and it would have went back to where it came from.
It's better than the song they were listening to a few seconds ago. When you hear that second flash, and you see a little flash diarrhea.
Diarrhea. Diarrhea. Oh, bumhole.
The thunder of the universe.
I'm telling you.
I think I found something underneath this very old basic microscope instead of using the modern technology that we have access to.
When are we going to bring chest-mounted zipper pockets back? Like, just right across the top?
Why does he have a laminate press on his desk?
I'm bringing Zimper back. And all the boys don't know how to act.
Wait, a lamenting press?
Laminating.
Oh, laminating.
He said laminating, not mannequin.
Pictures, right?
A mannequin press? What?
Where you laminate them?
See, now I've just got images of you pressing all of your mannequins in the back garden to fit into an oversized scrapbook.
No, I do not laminate the mannequins. They don't like that. You gotta treat the fucking mannequins nicely. I've seen Maniac. I know how that ends.
Hey guys, John's right. Fauci really is dropping the ball here.
Yeah.
I don't even know who Fauci is.
It's the old white-haired dude.
With the glasses.
Oh, the guy that looks like... Yeah, I know what you're talking... I won't finish that sentence, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, the guy who looks like Egon.
Oh, I was gonna say something different.
Oh, I know it's FL Stream, so I'm trying to avoid using those kind of associations. I'm being good.
Yeah, I don't want to like associate the actor with something he's not, so I
Yeah.
will not say that.
Nope, I agree, Trenchy, and we'll leave it there. Although he's gripping that pole like he's about to break into a dance.
Let's dance. Put on our red shoes and dance the blues.
Mhm.
Let's
Well, there's
sway.
still a lot to see in the house, John.
Nice going, douche.
Oh, they're talking about complete matter transference. Yeah, a good theory, and it's what replicator technology is based on.
One man's matter transference is another man's overflowing septic tank. That's what this movie teaches us.
Yep. That's also what Enterprise teaches us, because they sit there going, you do realize we don't flush anything into space. It gets recycled and turned into boots.
Oh no, robot just murdered that dude.
Oh no! Boticide!
Like, honestly, if you're gonna go up there and your robot is going nuts, maybe don't lay down in its path.
Yeah. It's a bit like the movie.
And Yoko, we'll go get the robot.
Yeah, it's a bit like from the Wasp the other day. The guy just walked in front of the oncoming traffic. Don't
That was
step
fucking
in front
bizarre.
of the enemy. Don't put yourself in danger.
Look, so
Never mind
before
the
you cross
massive
this.
internal injuries. The sphere is turning red.
And what I want to know is, okay, he walked into oncoming traffic. And what it looked like was like 1960s New York City. Just from the streets and the way the buildings were. How the fuck did he not get any more serious injuries than what he did?
Especially if he got hit by a taxi in New York.
Exactly.
Because I've been in those
That whole
taxis.
scene was fucking bizarre.
Like,
Okay, so yeah.
guys. Oh, sorry, Mark.
No, go ahead.
I was the question: would you rather be hit by a taxi or run over by Omega?
I'll take getting run over by Omega over getting hit by a taxi.
Yeah, I choose Omega.
Omega might crush my toes a little bit, but he's not gonna do severe bodily injury by plowing into me.
Well,
he
if
ran
you
over
had
the guy, and that was like all messed up and stuff.
well, if you had back problems, maybe Omega running you over will help. Maybe he'll fix your back.
Yeah, I'd lay down and let Omega run over my back. It'd be like the George Jefferson treatment.
Although, in all fairness, Omega probably weighs like 400 pounds. Like, he's made of solid metal. He's heavy.
Okay.
He's a big boy.
Okay, 400 pounds is still a far cry from about 1,200 pounds for a actual New York sized taxi.
Especially if there's like, crazy people sometimes drive those taxis and they go really fast, man. They'll be driving fast because they want to get that money.
Oh yeah,
Well,
anyone who
was rolling, dude, he was going fast.
Oh yeah, to all you New Yorkers out there who actually live in New York City, the taxi drivers there are fucking insane. I have been in those cabs.
Which is crazy.
Push it. He'll be fine.
You would think they would want to go slow because they get paid, I think, by the mile or whatever. But sometimes they'll be like, "Hey, I'll give you extra money if you get me to this destination like really quick." So they'll fucking do what they have to do. They'll fucking drive like madmen.
Is it just
No,
me, or do spacesuits have like an exterior thong kind of thing going on? Like, what the hell is that?
yeah, and from the back, they look like a chrome version of Many-Face from He-Man.
Oh,
Wait, do you mean, June, if Omega is wearing a Charlton Heston mask? Might be terrifying.
Oh no, can you imagine if Charlton Heston was squashed down into the shape of Omega and then ran you over?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's fucking terrifying, Deacon. What the fuck? A deformed Charlton Heston.
Tanking down the street chasing you.
Oh, that
Wait,
is.
I got a what if? What if it was Charlton Heston's face on the Green Goblin truck and it was about to plow you over?
Oh, that would be worse.
Yeah, can you just imagine that?
oh shit!
And instead of a loud horn, it was an actual Charlton. It is started screaming out Charlton Heston obscenities at you.
Yeah, I'm now just getting images of Charlton Heston's face being peeled off and then stretched over the hood of a truck, and my God. Ugh. Oh, we have a trashed in the chat going, yo, I'm back.
Hey, Marty.
Welcome back.
Yo.
Oh well,
Yeah,
see,
yeah,
it's
Mark.
gonna suck me to death, but at least its seeds are growing. That's something. Yes. And
The
he's
trees
dead.
are attacking.
He's dead.
But the ship's blasters are going in reverse. It wouldn't take off that way.
Well, no, it's Deacon. They're trying to prevent themselves from taking off. The planet is pushing them off with anti-gravity rays.
Ah, I missed that part.
Don't worry, Deacon. I have no idea what's been fucking going on the whole movie. I wrong with
Gravity
it.
meter is going in reverse, so everything's getting pushed off the planet.
And there's the popcorn again. Right on time. Love the popcorn, man.
Oh, and he's being sent flying.
On the bright side, at least he doesn't have to deal with his unwanted advances anymore.
Well, true. After she might break his crutch anyway. Yeah,
It's
we're
basically
leaving.
Yoko.
Fuck you, we're leaving you.
Oh, I feel sorry for that guy being left behind.
Yeah, he was nice.
He's like, oh, you're welcome. I saved you. Thanks for leaving me behind, guys.
See, this is where I have to sit there and go studio interference or government interference. It's kind of like, right, you have to make sure that these people die.
You're
The black
leaving me.
guy, that's fucking horrible. The black and the Asian guy must die. What the fuck?
Unfortunately, it was a big thing back then. If you did have anyone of different, of another ethnicity other than Caucasian in the movie, they would usually die, be unveiled as a spy, or would be basically the enemy.
At least the
Well,
Indians
in
of the
this
Asian
sense, he was
live.
at the bottom of the hole, and they did get pushed off the planet. They didn't want to leave him.
Oh, yeah, Collector Man, completely agree. What the heck? Not cool leaving him there.
Well, they had no
It,
choice.
the Indians survived. All the Indians.
That one guy's got freaking
Oh,
cataracts.
I will
Did you see it?
survive.
Oh my god, and they're met by the A team. But boom.
Let's all hold hands.
Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya.
Do you think they're all wearing A's to make sure people do applause?
All those
Applause,
sunglasses.
and we will electrocute this man.
All those sunglasses. This movie was underwritten by Ray-Ban.
Oh yeah.
Wait, did the guy with like the middle hair gone, but he had hair? Oh, he's there. Never mind. I didn't see him come out of the spaceship.
And his hair
Yeah.
is still perfect.
You've got the Korean, you've got the Japanese type actress who survived, but other than that, it's only the white cast that survived.
But she's
Yeah.
French Japanese. She's both.
Ah,
She's
see,
from
I knew,
France.
yeah, I knew she wasn't strictly
What-
Japanese. I was trying to remember where else. It's like I knew Ethel said it, but where?
Would that make her a Frenchionese?
Yes.
Or a Japench.
Or a Japinch? Not a Geppetto, but a Japinch.
She's a Japench. Num num. A Japench. Num num.
One thing's for sure, she's having croissants with her ramen.
Because she.
Go ahead.
I'm getting
Deacon.
so bad after this.
At the end of the day, people know that we're joking, and if they take it too seriously, then they're too sensitive.
Hey man, this is Trash Picture Feeder. We're all trashed right now, so it's not our fault.
Yeah,
We are? I mean,
No,
yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
we can speak some serious trash here, so get ready, folks. But yeah, that was a good movie.
That was a solid film, yeah.
Gonna fly to mankind's destiny.
Yeah, they seem to have rushed the ending a bit for me, but still, it was good.
There needs to
they
be a
all
sequel.
Happily ever after.
The
end.
end.
Yeah,
Venus
Or
never
it-
decided to get,
Black
and
guy.
Venus never decided to get revenge and nuke the planet.
Well, they were all dead. If you remember, their shadows were frozen on the wall. Remember? I take that as no.
No, it's where I was reading the chat. Is where I was going.
It was very brief, but you
Mario.
illusion shadows frozen on the wall.
Oh, I remember seeing that part. I must have skipped hearing about it though. But yeah, I like that movie. It was pretty good. I like the aesthetic. I like the way it branded out. Although you said it did have some quiet bits in there, or slow bits.
It
Watching
did.
with you guys watching with you guys made it pass very quickly.
I will say that it started off rather slowly, but I would definitely watch it again.
You'd give it another run, right? It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
definitely gonna be watching it again on my own because I'd like to give it my full attention as well.
Yes, it's a neat little time capsule of science fiction fantasy. Well, not, you know what I mean, not fantasy like dragons and swords and stuff, but like
Yeah,
fantasizing about space travel kind of fantasy. So yeah, This is the point of the show where I'm going to go around and I'm going to ask you the three things that I normally ask you. I'm going to start with Deacon. Favorite character, favorite scene, notable thing.
Omega is my favorite character. I love that little robot. He's so good. Favorite scene. It's definitely when they first discover the building and it's got the tendrils that are coming out of the ooze. It's like it looks like an organic life form, but it's a part of the landscape. It's so awesome and so appealing.
Ooh.
And favorite moment, I suppose that would have to be definitely the jumping insects. That was good. I like that. It was a cheap effect. It reminded me of Red Dwarf.
Excellent, excellent. Next, I'm going to ask Trenchy. Trench, favorite character, favorite scene, notable thing?
Well, favorite character, I guess I gotta go with the black guy that got left on the planet because I didn't really know what was going on the whole time, so I couldn't really connect with anyone. But that sucks. That guy did nothing wrong, and he got left on the planet. And there should be a sequel where they go back and rescue the black dude from the planet because that's not fair.
Oh, so
But,
instead of the
that guy. No.
yeah, so instead of the Martian, it's the Venetian.
Yeah, favorite scene is where they showed the bubbles and where they were throwing popcorn at shit because that was dope. And this movie is just very visually pleasing. Like this had good visuals. I didn't know what the fuck was going on at all, but I liked looking at it.
Yeah. And notable thing, Trench, or is that the notable thing? Is the visuals?
Oh, that was a notable thing. Also, the German guy, the guy with the white hair, he kind of looked like Slugworth to me from Willy Wonka, the original.
All right. And Mark, favorite character, favorite scene, notable thing.
Favorite character is the Yoko looking girl. I would have said Omega, but the fact that Yoko X-rayed some guy's man situation was just too hard not to give her the like. Favorite scene would be the attack of the black tar sludge monster or whatever the hell that was. Most memorable moment, right there at the end when the black guy emerges from the cave and you see him waving his hands like, "Come back! I'm not dead.
I'm alive."
Just the whole ending, and then everybody's as you see it gets near the end, you see everybody hugging their family, and you see the one lady come up looking, and she realizes that her significant other is not there.
Yeah, he ain't coming back.
That was my most memorable moment. Was that if you could pause a scene in time, the realization on that woman's face was just epic.
Yeah, it's reminiscent of World War II when the mass soldiers were coming home and people looking for their significant others that just weren't coming home.
Yeah.
What about you, Ethel?
All right. Well, my favorite character is going to be Yoko Tani's character, Sumiko. She's in the thumbnail with me for this video. She's my bud. We're hanging out on the spaceship, watching Omega do Omega things. favorite scene would be the scene where Omega runs over the guy. Every time I see that, I know it's horrible, but it makes me laugh just because it's like, well, don't lay down in front of him. Why did he lay down? Why? Why? And notable thing, don't go to Venus. And if for some reason you do go to Venus, bring some Ridex because their septic tank situation is fucked beyond belief. And you do not want to get any booty juice on you.
I know, it's like they summoned a Golgothon.
I don't know what that is.
Have you ever watched Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Have you ever watched
shit demon? The shit demon.
Yeah.
It's called a Golgothon.
But
The poop demon. Oh,
Deacon,
by
that
the
was-
way.
Deacon-
Sorry.
Deacon, that was Dogma, not Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Yeah, that was Dogma.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, Dogma.
Yeah, but
by the way,
go ahead, Ethel.
I was just gonna say, John Steele has said his favorite character is the diarrhea drink. Favorite moment is when they go in the cave. Notable thing: what the fuck happened to the Asian dude? He suffocated John. He got a tear in his spacesuit and he died.
He got a good whiff of Venus and realized that it could not sustain human life.
Mark, what were you gonna say before I interrupted?
Oh no, I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just reiterizing everything that you guys were saying.
Oh, cool. But yeah, that was basically that's first spaceship on Venus.
Yeah,
great,
and,
huh?
Yeah, and from a lot of angles and some of the choices that they made, you can tell that this helped inspire some of the choices in Alien and Prometheus.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And they also looks like they read the Call of Cthulhu and a few of Lovecraft's novels, because there's a lot of non-Newtonian geometry in there, and that is taken from the Call of Cthulhu.
Oh yeah, Lao Tzu. That was Dr. Lao Tzu, John's favorite character. Sorry, that's the Asian guy.
Can you imagine if you tried saying his name really fast? Al-Su.
It's easier than saying the guy's actual name, Hua Ta Tang. That I kept getting messed up when I was trying to say that earlier. I'm like, damn it, what the hell is my problem?
Yeah, it's like they dropped all of the vowels. It's like, why only use 2 vowels?
And he got a hyphen in.
I thought you guys were saying loud soup, and it made me think of Corey.
Well, Lao Tzu is Dr. Lao Tzu is the guy's name in the movie, but the actor's name was Hua Ta Tang. Jesus.
Hua Ta
Tang.
Tang.
Walla bing.
Walla bing dang ding dang dong. Ah na ni na.
Yeah, I'll have that song stuck in my head.
I saw you was
Yeah. But like I said earlier, this was a great movie. Lao Tzu eating loud soup. Okay.
Lao Tzu, Lao Tzu.
Loud soup for Lao Tzu. Loud soup for Lao Tzu.
Always quick
Last
with
call
the
for Lao
joke.
Tzu.
There is no
Lao
soup.
Tzu?
There is only Zoo.
Yeah, one more drink before its last call.
But yeah,
Lao Tzu.
certainly a great film for the day. As you can see, very, very high production values for like the trouble they had and the money they were given. They didn't get that extra financing from the French company, and just imagine what we would have seen if they had.
Yeah, but when you look at the movie and look at all the detail they put into it, you wouldn't expect to see those kind of funding for a sci-fi movie until the late 70s. So for a 60s movie, that's high budget. They threw everything that they could at this thing.
It's like I said earlier. It's that novel. They have to thank the communist themes in the novel because that's what sold the government on getting the movie made.
Oh, thank you, novel. Thank you. We won't thank communism, but we thank you for allowing this movie to be made.
Never thank communism. You know how I feel about that, guys. We have a helicopter drop for a reason. Mark, what were you going to say?
I wasn't gonna say anything. I was
I thought you were
minding my
going to
own
say
business. Not this time.
he's like, no,
It,
not touching that one.
yeah, it's kind of like me. Every once in a while, it's like, do you really want to step on this bear trap?
That would hurt.
I haven't done a bear
So-
trap, but I've had a mouse trap catch on my toe.
Dear
Ow.
God. So, Deacon, what's next? What's next for you in the channel? What do you got going on? What's coming down the old pipe? What's up?
Oh, hopefully by the 1st or the 2nd, I should have my monster manual for Ghoulies and everything that happens in its universe ready to upload. And I'm also doing a few tag videos, kind of like the gamer tag, the anime tag. Trying to get those sorted out before I go on holiday so they can go up.
Oh, sweet. I get a bunch of tag videos I have to do. Folks watching that have tagged me or are aware of the tag, it's gonna happen. I got a lot of pots going on the stove right now, and it's in the works. It's in the works. Trenchy, what's next on the horizon? What's next on the horizon? So, Trenchcoat, what do you got in the works? What's coming down the old dusty trail?
I don't know. There was a video I was planning to do, but I don't think I'll be able to get it done in time for the thing. So I don't know what's coming up soon. We'll just see what happens.
Huh. All right. So more to come. More to come for Trenchy. Mark, what are you working on, dude? What's coming up? What do you got planned?
Luck withholding, I'll be doing the Screen 4 discussion tomorrow. And then after that, I'm going to jump right into Child's Play.
Oh, sweet. Well, you can definitely count me in on Child's Play because I have seen almost all the films out of that franchise, save for the new ones. I haven't seen Scream 4, so I don't think I'll be much help there. But definitely count me in on Child's Play, if you'll have me, that is.
Oh, you're always welcome, Ethel.
But no, that should be pretty good. So, like, definitely, people, stay tuned for that. Yeah, that's basically it. We're doing. We did first Spaceship on Venus today. Next Friday we got nothing because it's the off week. The following Friday, question marks because I got to put the voting up for that. So if you guys want to check in on my Twitter, folks watching in the future, folks watching currently, look for the voting. Vote for one of the 4 films. You'll have 2 new films in addition to the 2 films that are already up for voting. 2 films that are still up for voting are Messiah of Evil and Warning from Outer Space. So that should be pretty good. Don't forget to join me, not tomorrow, but Sunday, for Sci-Fi Sunday, where we're going to be talking about the Species franchise. Yep, we're going to talk about all 4 films, doing sort of a deep dive on the franchise and things involved in it. And it should be kind of cool. Not sure who'll pop in on that one, so you'll have to tune in and see who joins me for the Sci-Fi Sunday. And yeah, I just want to thank everyone for joining me. I want to thank my good friend Deacon right over here, this crazy monster right there. Check his channel out. Check out the things he's working on. Good stuff coming out of there. I'm going to thank my friend Trenchy down below me. Always working on a video review. Always working on a music video. He's always got something coming along. So check his stuff out. And check out Mark, my other good friend, down in that corner there. Same deal. Reviews and discussion panels. He's always working on something. Something's always coming down the pike. Good stuff to check out. Follow these guys. And I want to thank everybody for joining me in the chat. I want to thank my friend John Steele, Junebug, Trash Picture Show. I also want to thank Collector Man, and let's see who else. Say what?
Ben Grimm.
And Ben Grimm, of course. Don't ever forget Ben Grimm. And Art was in there too as well. He was in the chat very briefly.
And Filthy Dan.
And Filthy Dan, of course. He was with us at the very start of the program. So I want to thank them. And if I forget you in the chat, I did not overlook you. I've just got a lot of things to name off here. And then I will see you next time. And thank you. Thank you. So, hit the like button, hit the subscription button. If you're not subscribed and you like this, hit the thumbs down button. You think this sucks, you need it to stop. Stop the madness. That's how you do it. And I will see you guys all next time. Adios.
Adios.
Stay frosty.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Stay creepy.